it up. Go for it. Could I have your attention? Ladies and gentlemen, while you're finishing up your meal, we're going to try to get our program started. I didn't get anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have some, while you continue eating your dessert and the rest of your meal, we will start some of the program. It is kind of a lengthy program, and we don't want to keep you here all night. There are a couple things I do want to say. First of all, thank you for thinking positive about the weather all week long. Look at that. As soon as the game's over, it rained. It can rain for a week, as far as I'm concerned now. I would like to say, first of all, to all the Hall of Famers and the coaches and instructors, to all the Hall of Famers and instructors, I want to thank you for making this another great camp. And now, Hall of Famers and instructors, to you campers, you did another outstanding job, and you were a big part of making this a big camp. Here's applause to you. I would like to introduce some people tonight that make this whole thing run smoothly. I would like to introduce Ron and Lynn Getchman. Lynn is the operations manager of the Harrison Company. All of you have been in contact with Craig Callan's assistant, Cheryl Enlow. You notice Cheryl, it was assistant and not secretary. I'm learning. Mrs. Dodgertown is with us tonight, Marie Reynolds. Come on, Marie. We are the only organization that I know in baseball. And if you have observed those fields out there, how green the grass is, how those fields look so good, it's a credit to the only female groundskeeper going, Carol Thomas. The assistant general manager of the Vero Beach Dodgers is with us tonight, the Hawk, Tom Simmons. Blessing our table tonight, being with us is a radio personality from the Los Angeles area, works with KABC, Eric Tracy. And last but not least, and we're all looking forward to a wedding April the 23rd. Yesterday was her birthday. Craig Callan's fiance, lovely fiance, Cindy. The cake ready? Cake? And would you all please sing happy birthday to Cindy? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cindy. Happy birthday to you. The only thing that worries me about Cindy that I think her eyes are bad. Okay? Oh. Okay. First of all, we are going into today's games and the Potato Head Awards. The first game that I want to talk about is the Sarasota-San Antonio game. The loser, San Antonio, Hoyt Wilhelm. Present the Potato Head Award, please, Hoyt. Again.
Okay, man, we'll get them next year. Don't worry about it. I'd like to make this award to a guy that showed a lot of determination, a lot of courage, hung in there every day, did a good job. Mr. Tony Joseph, our catcher. Good job, Tony. Huh? Yeah, you did. You did a good job.
Thank you, partner.
There you go.
Thanks.
Go ahead. Okay. But yeah, I'd like to say a word about the other game this afternoon. I'd just like to say a word about the game this afternoon. You know, when I was out there pitching, and Ernie didn't pick up that ground ball that went over his ways. I had to run over there and fell down. Believe me, right then I felt like calling home and telling them not to sell the mules. Thank you.
I think you campers all saw that what Hoyt's talking about, why these guys are Hall of Famers. You could still see, maybe the age has crept up on them a little bit. You still see the good hitting, you still see the good fielding, and you still see the good pitching. And that's why they became Hall of Famers. All right, the winning team, that ball game. Catfish Hunter for Sarasota.
Port, you better not sell those mules, because when your wife come in here to eat and you weren't here, she thought about selling you. But you know, the game today, we come out there and some of the guys were kind of late getting there when we started the game. But when we got there, we meant business. We were going to win. And the whole team really deserves this award. But the one guy that I think the trainers should have the award for him instead of him, because he never ran a time. I think when he hit every day, he had to have somebody to run for him. And Mike Kessler. He went 4 for 4, and they were ropes.
Great. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
The Albuquerque and Vero Beach game played out here in number 2 was a good ball game today. I'd like to call the manager for the Albuquerque club, Lou Brock, up to present his Potato Head Award.
Thank you, Guy. On behalf of the Albuquerque Ball Club, we like to say that although we didn't win, we certainly got honorable mention. We were a team that had to be reckoned with. Only twice did we get beat bad. Only twice. But we had guys who were gutsy out there. Hard-nosed ball players who were known as scrappers. We had a man to win the batting title today. And let me tell you about him. He knew he had to go 2 for 3 to win it. And the first time up, he got a low outside fastball. Went out and got it and drilled it to left for a base hit. A very difficult thing to do. Only Frank Robinson could do that. And our man, Junior Marquis, went out and got that pitch. Second time up, he got an inside pitch and gave it that Dick Groat shot. Fought it off to right field, inside out to right field for a base hit. Now he's 2 for 2. And the third time up, he lashed a line drive, and all of those who know about the backstop in field number 2, that black backstop up there, it took Billy Williams, center fielder, to go up against that fence to make that catch. And as a result of that, we knew that he put the pressure on Warren Spahn's third baseman, Les Lewis. And Junior, we want to congratulate you for winning the batting crown. Junior, stand up. From the Albuquerque Ball Club. But remember, you're in the losing team too. But our Potato Head Award went to a man who would not be denied. Our catcher, second string catcher, went down with an injury, and this man came through. He caught all 9 innings, blocked pitches that was in the dirt from the left-hand hitters. He blocked the balls to the third base side, and when the right-hand hitters, he blocked it to the left, to the first base side. And he threw out 2 of Billy Williams' fastest runners. And our Potato Head Award goes to a man who showed a lot of guts and a lot of courage. Let's have a hand for Frank Jacobson, our catcher. Frank, where are you? Come on up. Hey, congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you. Wrong side. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You certainly can.
And Frank, this man is not a Judy, and he's going to tell you.
As most of you know, I'm the senior camper here, and I don't know what that really means, but I do know one thing, and I think everybody here can say, because you've all experienced the same thing that I have. This has been a tremendous camp, and I'd like you to join me in a round of applause for a guy, because he puts on a hell of a camp.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. And as I've said many times, that what we try to do, we're not going to please everybody in camp. We can't please all 86 or 96, whatever we might have. If we can please not 100%, we can please in the 90s, we're going to do a good job. And I hope a lot of you think about coming back. All right, the Vero Beach Club, Billy Williams.
Thank you very much, Guy. You know, I'm not only proud of my ball club, but I want to congratulate all the campers that came down for this particular camp. I know when I got the call, I guess about 6 months ago, that to join this particular camp, I'm really glad that I said I will accept, because I've had a good time down here. And of course, my wife had a good time down here. And I found out that, you know, by going to Arizona, I do the Randy Huntley camp. I've done it for 7 years. And of course, I've enjoyed that. And this has been a great enjoyment for me. I've came down, I've tried to, you know, get to know everybody down here, and I've really enjoyed it. And I want to congratulate my club for winding up 3-2, because we played good baseball. We started off real bad, but at the end, we wind up playing 1 game over 500. And that's really not bad, but we played real well. And today, I want to congratulate you for making that game exciting, because if it hadn't been for you guys, the Vero Beach Club, I think the score would have been 14-0. I think we wound up scoring 3 runs. But you know, this gentleman, he was here the first day, and he couldn't run. He couldn't run. We had to use a runner every time that he swung the bat. And we talked to him for about 5 minutes, and he kind of sensed what I was talking about. He started to take his hands back, and he started to see the ball, and he started to drive the ball. So all of a sudden, we got in the ball game today. Lou jumped out about 6 or 7 runs in the first 3 or 4 innings. Okay. 8 runs the first 3 or 4 innings. And because I knew my club, I didn't panic at all. I really didn't panic. And about the 6th or 7th inning, we scored about 5 or 6 runs, and Lou scored about 2 or 3 runs. And I think in the top of the 8th, the score was like Lou had about 10, and I had about 9. 6? Is that 6? You were keeping score? All right, thank you. And the bases was loaded. And this particular individual came up to the plate. He looked down at me. I went through my ritual of signs, and I think the count went to 3-0. And he was looking for a take, and I shook my head. I went through this again, and he looked, and I shook my head again. I said, no, you're not taking. You're swinging the bat. So when the pitcher proceeded to throw the ball down the middle of the plate, Steve Bedowitz swung and hit a ringing triple and unloaded the bases for the tying run and the go-ahead run, 2 up. So Steve, come up and receive this award for being the Potato Head Award winner.
You lie as good as Ernie.
Speech? You can't win without
He lies
saying.
as good as Ernie.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, Steve. You in a hurry?
No. Thank you.
I might say, Billy, that your club, and this is kind of we keep this kind of under the wraps, but the club that scores the most runs against the campers or against the Hall of Famers always win a T-shirt. So when you're all through, you fellows from the Vero Beach Club, come up here and pick up a T-shirt.
That was the pitcher we hit. Was that the most runs or the only runs?
Wait a minute. Gibby, can you remember which ones they are, so if they come back next year you'll remember? Okay. All right, for the Great Falls Club, and I tell you, that game today, I was kind of pulling for the Great Falls Club to win that game, and it went right down to the last inning. Time got them. Maybe if they'd have played the ninth inning, they might have been able to win. Robin Roberts. Robbie, if we played tomorrow, if we played a game tomorrow and you won, you would be 1-5.
I am 2-5. 2-5. I beat Marriott Golf, and we beat the Campers today. That's 2. And Great Falls screwed up 5 games. Hey, Dano, stand up, Dano. Stand up. Tashibi. Dano. Tashibi, stand up. You.
Dan.
No, next to him. Dano, I apologize for that curveball with 2 strikes. I mean, that was a good hook, and I know you came here. I didn't do that to many batters in my life, Dano, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hey, we had a good game today. It was close. Guy had a chance to be a real hero. We tied it up, and he could have called it and made it a tie. And when you're 0-4, you look for little things about people. I will never forget that Guy did not call that game because it could have been a tie. We could have been 0-4 and a tie. And you know what? It ain't too bad when you really think about it. We did get a hit, though, late. Sponny made a big move, brought in Lefty Grove in the last inning, and Danny Pearson got a hit. Danny caught balls for 5 games. He didn't always throw them where he wanted, but he caught them all. And Danny, you're my potato head, and I love you.
I'll take your potato head anytime.
Hey, Danny likes me.
Well done.
Thank you very much, baseball.
All right, now I'm going to call up the championship manager for the Bakersfield Club to present not only the Potato Head Award, but I want him to come up here and also hand out the trophies to each and every one of the winning team. Warren Spahn. Oh, you got it fixed.
Hey, I'll tell you, it's not easy to be humble. So I won't pretend to be. In all seriousness, that all the shake-up in the Dodger organization, I was a little concerned that maybe our camp wouldn't be quite what it has been in the last couple of years that I've been here. And I think the person that makes this camp what it's all about is this bullshitter that gets up here and makes, all these exciting remarks. And I'm talking about Guy Wellman. And I'm so happy he's here. Guy, I don't think the camp would be the same without you. So don't expect any raises. You're stuck with us.
Okay.
There's a guy in my club that if you saw him when he came into camp, you'd say, yuck. I'm not sure that we drafted him. I think he was forced on us, really. But this guy, he tried to catch a few innings, and that was no good. But he was a pinch runner. I would venture to say that he scored 1/3 of the runs that we've scored in this camp. And today he hit a triple. And I love seeing him run. That, you know, he's my kind of guy. He's got a 48-inch waist, maybe more. But he gets 190%. And certainly the catalyst of our ball club, and I'm talking about Ralph Scheffler. Get over here. Over here.
Speech, Rob. Takes up a lot of room.
Thanks, man.
Say a word?
Thank you. Now, say something. Get up here.
Rob, what's your favorite ball club, Rob?
The Twinkies, you know that. How in the hell can a guy fatter than me cut me down like this guy does?
Okay. Just call them up and get them. Eat your heart out, guys, but this goes to the champions. And this award for the champion is to Bill Allen. I'm sorry, Bill. Things come in small packages. Phil Bartek. Phil. Okay. Next one to Barry Beecher. Also Potato Head Award winner.
Thank you.
Okay, Barry. Thank you. Norm Kent. I'll tell you, this is Mr. Belli. This guy has been a camper for maybe 5 years. And he's Mr. Killebrew and maybe the most professional camper that we've had, and certainly did a whale of a job for us. Les Lewis, where is Les? Nice job, buddy. Also pitched today. Oh. Robert Margarito, where is he? Don't pick a fight with him. Robert Plummer. Certainly a very definite surprise in our ball club. Robert Plummer. Did a superb job. Pretty easy if you want a loan, too. They sound great. Oh, no, I don't want to do this again. Ralph Scheffler. I'm not going to say any more. I have to tell you this. There was a loudmouth guy at second base that was popping off all the time. And this guy was on first base, and I said, you better be careful because he'll take you as a hostage. And it really has nothing to do about him or anything else except that he has a beard. And I'm talking about Moses Shrekian. And Mr. Lefty Grove was responsible for us winning, I feel. Did a whale of a job for me. Also was a good hitter. And he managed to allow the tying run to score so he could win the ball game today. Steve Taylor. Where's Steve? What a horse. Nice going, Steve.
Thanks, Warren.
All right, Steve.
One of the very stable people on our ball club that played wherever I wanted him to. I'm talking Mike Trementon. Is that it?
No.
The next award goes to John Warburg. John played the infield, the outfield. He took, guys out on the bases. Did a superb job. Thank you, John. Next award goes to Chris Wasson.
Hey, Chris.
Chrissy, baby. Thank you. I drafted this guy, I guess, because he got a Polish name. And I had no idea what he could do, but he certainly did a whale of a job for us. He pitched, played shortstop, and probably drove in a hell of a lot of big runs for us. And I'm talking about Daniel Zabuski. Thank you. John Alvarez. Where's Jim Rivera? Hey, let me tell you something. There are some stupendous people that give us all sorts of cooperation, and I've had the fortune of working with two of them, and now this year with Joe, and they are so great representing the Dodger organization and the cooperation that we get from him that, he's like my adopted son. In fact, he's cultivating his hair to look like me. Joe Alvarez. And my erstwhile coach, Bob Gibson and I have been working together for a long time. And Bob Gibson hates my smoking. And we work with the Equitable people together. We travel together a great deal. And I don't think I got to know Bob Gibson quite as well as I did in this camp. And I think all you people that have been involved with Bob Gibson, I'm convinced that he has mellowed. He's a great athlete. And I asked Bob today how many innings he played in that ball game. I think he played in about 8 or 9 of them. So not only is he a great athlete that's ambidextrous, I'm not sure he's a good pitcher anymore, but he certainly was a great inspiration on our ball club. And I'm so very happy that we were, a team. And all you guys eat your heart out because you didn't have a coach like I had. Bob Gibson. You want to speak?
No, I don't want to speak. I just want to show these guys over here.
In presenting this trophy to you, Warren, congratulations on not only making an outstanding draft, but doing a great job of managing. And
Probably the most hated guy in camp.
You
too.
probably were, but I mean, that goes with winning. Robin Roberts was the most hated guy last year.
Right.
Look how popular he is now. And I would like to now not only present this, but they have behind here something for you. Would you please bring it out? A little cake for you, Warren Spahn, and for all your fine work that you've done here this year.
All right, thank you. I'm sure glad, Guy, that this is not a birthday cake.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to have any more.
You and I both.
Congratulations, Bakersfield, Bob Gibson, Warren Spahn.
There's his hand.
We can eat this with the beer tonight. Thank you.
Okay. I would like some of you to remember now, and I make this announcement every year when we present these awards, that there are some very serious awards that we have. There are some serious awards up here that are beautiful, and there are some tongue-in-cheek awards. Now, on tongue-in-cheek awards, I hope that everybody takes them as we mean them in kind of a fun way. The first one is a serious award. It is to Mr. Congeniality. This guy is a guy in camp that everybody seems to like. He gets along with everybody. He's popular. And the winner this year, he just edged out Robbie from the Albuquerque Club, Bruce Alverson. All right. Okay, Bruce, you want to say anything?
Well, I just can't imagine because I haven't met a guy here I've liked yet.
The next award is called the Most Creative Base Running Award. This is kind of a tongue-in-cheek award. But it is not only, this guy, not only made a sensational slide into second base yesterday to break a double play, but we also saw, and it was reported, that one of the first days he was running for Les Lewis, and when Les hit the ball, he went right down the foul line in foul territory, never even came close to first base, went right out into right field. Bob Margarito. Kick that baby, Bob. Okay. Appreciate it. All right. I have now someone has asked me to that Terry Reynolds and Craig Callan would like to come up and make some kind of an announcement. So if the Mr. Dodgetown and Mr. Harrison would please get up here.
Craig and I just wanted to recognize a person that through all our camps has been a rock, who's really been in the background and not gotten the credit due. And at this time, Craig wants to present that award.
As we were saying earlier, and everyone was applauding Guy, as the old saying goes, behind every great man is a great woman. If you knew what she has to do with all these great speeches that Guy puts together, and all the work that goes on in the room after the games, prepping Guy or whatever.
It's not prepping.
Yeah. We, last camp, we had this sculpture done, or woodwork done of Guy and Billy Russell, and Guy was saying how much he liked it. And we were kidding around saying Billy took it, and behind his back we had one made of him. Fran liked it so much, we decided, we took a picture of her last year, and we have one to go up on their wall that can go along with that picture. So, Fran?
Come on, Fran. Get in the middle here. On the middle here, Fran.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. This is a big surprise. Well, this is just great fun. Thank you. This is wonderful. My gosh, I'm so serious looking.
Thank you, Francis. Nice going.
Thank you very much, Terry.
They called you a rock.
Yeah, how about that?
This is a serious award. I would like to call up a Cy Young Award winner himself, Bob Gibson, to present the Cy Young Award.
Thank you. I still haven't figured out yet why everybody boos me all the time. I haven't done a thing. Congeniality, I should have gotten that award. And seriously, I put these glasses on tonight, and I requested that Guy takes a picture of all of the campers, so in case I come again, and you come again, I want to know who you are, especially the guys that got the hits. We'll talk about it. The Cy Young Award goes to the outstanding pitcher of the camp. And, of course, he's on our ball club. What else? He pitched yesterday, pitched 9 innings, came back, pitched again today, gave up the tying run, he ended up winning. And he also pitched again this afternoon against us. He looks like he was probably a pretty good ball player as a youngster. He's a little bit older now. We are a little bit older. But you could definitely see that he had the ability, and we all like to think that we could have made it in the majors, and I would imagine that he's no different. But I'm talking about Steve Taylor. I'm going to do that, Herbie.
Thanks a lot.
The next award is a tongue-in-cheek award. It is called Twinkle Toes. And I want you to know how these awards are, how we pick these fellows for these awards. I hand out a long sheet, as I have right here, to everyone, all the staff members 2 days ago, and they turned them back into me. And Twinkle Toes was one that was a favorite. We had a lot of names on it. This fella is light on his feet. He's a splendid base runner, fleet of foot. Gene Cheatham. From the Vero Beach Club. Hey, you don't think that isn't cute? You want to say something?
Yes. I want to thank Lou Brock for his instruction on this. And the Twinkle Toes Award, I appreciate very much. I'm very honored to be a member of the Vero Beach Club, which finished 3rd, which led the league in usage of ice. 50% in the training room and 50% in the bar. Thank you.
The next is a little tongue-in-cheek award. It's called the Slugger Award. And I looked up yesterday to see what one of the candidates, how he was doing. He was 0 for 11. And I don't know whether he got a hit today. He's with the Sarasota Club. I hope he'll come back next year And if you didn't get a hit today, I hope you'll come back next year and get one. John Unger. Did you get a hit today, John?
Oh, no, a couple of numbers, that's all. Let me say just something.
Okay, go ahead, John.
You know, the first game we played, I tore my hamstring. That evening, I was pretty devastated. I thought I was going to have a pretty miserable time, that I could barely move. Instead, I was with a great bunch of guys, very supportive. We had a good time together. We still think we have the best team. It's a shame we can't play another game tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
The next award is a very serious award. It is called the Golden Glove Award. And you know that every year, both the American and National League, all the regular players are very proud to have this award. The Golden Glove Award is from the Sarasota Club. Outstanding fielder all week long, made all the plays. Made a few sensational, but the main thing, he made the routine plays consistently. Roger Humpton.
No.
Huh? You don't speak? He said, no. The next award is another serious award. It's called Mr. Hustle. I can think back in the camps, juniors won it. Mike Wyman's run it. A lot of fellows have won it, and we've upgraded the award since those days. I think it was a T-shirt in those days, Junior. Well, the Mr. Hustle Award this year goes to a fellow who, I think that anybody that has watched him play all week long would appreciate what he's going through. He's one of the older guys in camp. He's caught almost every day. I see him constantly turn down the use of a pinch runner despite some very achy knees. He uses more ice in that clubhouse than anybody I've ever seen. Walter Benson. Say something?
All I can think of is after the game yesterday where we played that great game, that 6-5 game, somebody came up after the game and said, what would you do if the game went extra innings? And all I could think of, having caught 9 innings, was to say that whatever Frank wants, and as long as he continues to tell me I'm fine, I'm good forever.
The next award, beautiful award. It is called the Jock of the Camp Award. Look at that thing. That's beautiful. I mean, Craig has gone to a lot of expense to get that award, to set that up.
Show it over.
This award this year, this award always goes to a good athlete. This guy was a high draft, very high draft in camp. Played center field and pitched. And the thing that I think impresses you about him more than anything else, anytime he hits a ball, he runs as hard as he can run to first base. Herman Russomano.
Thank you, Guy.
All right. Want to say something?
Sure. Thank you very much, Guy. I've enjoyed playing with the Sarasota team and with Frank Robinson, with the Catfish, and with Shu this week. And it's been a great time coming back the second time. One thing, though, I think that's extra special, I'd just like to mention, you know, baseball connects people through generations. And we all had a great time here today, but One thing, if it's really a fantasy, that it was lived here this week is with the Gross family. I think if people could come back and ever have the opportunity to play with their sons and at this camp, you know what it's all about. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know whether the next award is a tongue-in-cheek award or it's a serious award. We had a lot of voting on this award. It's called Slinging the Bull Award. There's a man that's slinging the bull. All right. Well, some of our Hall of Famers and some of our instructors might have won that award, but we voted again, and the guy that won it, and this is the first time in the history of this camp that the same guy won this award that won it last fall. And if he continues to win this award, it may just be called the Norm Kent Slinging to the Bull Award. Doctor of Deceit.
Thank you.
This is second one, Norm.
Well, I'd like to say I'm grateful. I'd like to. But, you know, I came here in 1984 and blew out my knee the very first day. And I've come back and lost a little weight, play a little better. I've won the Twinkle Toes Award, the Training Room Memorial Trophy, and maybe in a year or two I'll get an award for talent on the baseball
That's
field.
right. You're getting better.
Thank you, Guy.
All right. The next award is called the Rookie of the Year. And it goes to, as it says, a Rookie of the Year, a fellow that's in camp for the first time. This fella not only pitched, and I saw him throw, and he threw the ball hard. I hadn't seen him pitch. He threw the ball hard. And today, when he was facing Bob Gibson, Bob said he was giving it some of his best. He went down and took one of his better pitches and shot it to the outfield for a base hit. Edward O'Shafer. Want to say something?
Sure. Well, I guess I got to thank Gibby for making this all possible. Actually, I had a great time at camp. I was fortunate enough to come with 3 other of my buddies, and you guys have done a great job here. I really appreciate it. I'd like to say a special thanks to a guy who was an instructor on our team, and every day in the morning came up and said, whatever time it is, if you guys would like to do anything more, I'm always available for you, and that's Leo Posada. Thanks, Leo.
We have now 3 training room awards. And every year, I don't know what's going to come through that door. But the trainers have come up with something every year to entertain people, and they will present these 3 awards. So please, Bill, would you open the door and let our guest members appear? You can see what I mean.
Hi.
Oh, hello there.
Where are they? Okay. Jeez. I have to wake up every morning.
at night. Oh, this is my fantasy. Room full of men. Okay. I told you to cut that out. Okay.
Can you examine that?
Okay, first award from the training room is called the Charlie Tuna Award. Puberty. Okay, first award is a fine gentleman. We really love him, and he's a big guy, too. And now, may we have Mr. Jeff Taylor please come to the front? Come here, big boy. Haven't seen my feet in weeks. Okay. Next award is the Purple Heart? Yeah, Purple Heart Award. And that goes to an unfortunate fella. I thought you were my heartthrob. Okay. Okay, this is for the guy who had the most unusual injury of the year, or week, whatever. And we'd like to have Mr. Martinez limp right up there and pick his award up. This week?
Will you hurry up? I gotta go.
You left a long
I don't mean home.
You left a long time ago. Okay, our last award from the training room is Rubber Ducky for time spent in the whirlpool. And it goes from a guy from up north who knows how cold it is. We'll give it to Gary Edelston.
That's all right.
Well, we're gonna have to check those guys out.
Look this way. Look here.
Okay, hubby wants to talk. Oh, yeah, we do have one more thing to say.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh, that cute little dude! That cute little dude! Hey, Bill, we may have to check those guys out a little bit. I don't know about them. I think Geese played that part a little too well. All right. The next award is for the batting championship, and Lou Brock has already told you who the champion is, but I'm going to have a former batting man himself come up here, Duke Snyder.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd kind of like to see Gibson get hit too. Yeah, he beat us quite often, and to see a couple of line drives, why, might be kind of nice to hit off him now. If he hits you, he couldn't hurt you. Seriously, and the Vero Beach Club with Drysdale gone, and you won. That's 3 in a row. You guys did pretty well. Had a pretty good ball club when you got the lead and you finally found out how to keep it. But I think the main award is the batting championship award. And the other night I asked if Catfish Hunter could hit. Well, I think he showed us that today. 3 hits in that game. Gosh, some kind of swing, Catfish. You probably could have made the Hall of Fame as a regular player. This gentleman hit 634, is that right?
643, something like that.
643. We mentioned the other night, what was it, Junior? 6 what? What did you hit?
43, 48, somewhere, and I didn't really figure it out because I'm not...
Oh, yeah.
Well, we mentioned the other night that he has improved so much since coming down here. He's been a tennis player most of his life, and by golly, that bat just fit right in those hands of his, and he really picked up on hitting, and with all the help, he learned to sit to hit with Tommy Davis, and he learned to pick that ball out in a little circle from Billy Williams and all. And I'll tell you, he came over to the batting tee the other day, and I couldn't understand what he was talking about as far as hitting is concerned, but hey, you led the league in hitting, baby. Congratulations, Junior Marquez.
I'm worried about you. Speech, Junior, speech. Speech, Junior.
All right, we got it upside down. All right, there we go.
Stand up, Junior. Pull the mic down.
Okay,
Go get
thanks.
it.
Dan, hey Dan, how much time have I got?
Got all night.
Give 10. No, no more, not 10. I haven't been able to make it through that thing we do where all the guys say a few words since we've been going here. So give me, I don't know. Give me something when I'm gabbing too much. But about the batting, this is really a thrill for me because I did play some baseball. I wasn't just a tennis player. I took up tennis when I couldn't play baseball anymore. And I was 29 years old, and I had to get married and had to settle down, and I needed a few bucks because I used to spend all the money I made. And Dad set me up in business, thank God, because I wouldn't have been able to, I don't think I would have been able to hold a job. But he gave me a start, and he said, no more baseball. You've got to concentrate. And I didn't play baseball for 20 years, not until my 3 boys lost interest. And when they lost interest, I came down to spring training, because I always loved the Dodgers, Jackie Robinson and all the guys. And I was at the spring training, saw Campy, and said, gee, what a great place for a camp. And that's where it all started. And he told me about the camps, and I've been coming every year since '84. But just trying to get back here in better shape has been my goal, and try to do the best I can while I'm here and learn from all these great guys. If I had this kind of instruction when I was playing baseball, maybe some of those dreams might have come true. Who knows? But anyway, here we go. I got 2 seconds. I want to thank everybody, and I want to especially thank all the shut off. I want to thank all the instruction we've had here, and it's been a blast, and I'll hope to be back again next time. Thanks. Good, Junior.
We have 2 more serious awards. The next one is called the Golden Nail Award. This award goes to the best defensive catcher in camp. It is And by the way, did somebody do that to you, Ernie?
With a golden nail.
With a golden nail?
Nailed his shoes in the floor.
I'll let you know who did that. I think I know. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Ernie, about that. This goes to the best defensive catcher in camp. He caught most of the games. And the thing that I was impressed about him and the other instructors were impressed about him was that when there's a situation with men on the base paths, he would get out, let everybody know there's 1 out or 2 outs, do this, do that. Kept everybody on their toes, and that's just what a good catcher does. David Watson.
He also caught without a helmet.
I'm a man of a few words. I just want to thank the Dodger organization. I've been aware of the Dodger organization since 1946 when I was 1 day old, I think. I love them. I love Dodger Blue. Tommy Lasorda has nothing on me. So all you other guys, Billy Williams, Ernie Banks, you got to eat your heart out. I love the Dodgers. But I do love you guys too. I came down here, I met 13 guys that are truly wonderful guys, without a doubt. You couldn't pick 12 better guys or 13 better guys. And Ernie Banks, you can't say enough about the guy. If you don't know him, get over and meet him tonight. He's a great guy. And Ernie, I feel good.
Duke said that he thought that the batting champion award was the big award. I disagree with him. I think that the next award is the award that everybody would like to get. It's called the Most Valuable Player Award. This goes to the guy that voted upon who we feel helped his team more than anybody else. And it goes to a fellow who is a returning camper. He always had to have a guy run for him, but he played defense, played third base, did a good job there. He was right in the battle for the batting championship. Les Lewis.
Thank you very much. I'd like to say just a few things. First of all, when somebody wins an award like this, it's very important that he is on a team that wins. And you can't be on a team that wins without understanding that there are more than one person on a team. Everybody here this week knows that the Bakersfield team had a number of outstanding players. In addition to the number of outstanding players, which I won't get into in each and every one of them, but we had a great coaching staff. Warren Spahn, Bob Gibson, and Joe Alvarez did a great job. They kept the mixture of humility present at all times. I know that I can just try and share one thing with you. You guys play for Sarasota out there?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, one day Warren said to me, Les, this was 3 days ago, did you ever win a Mr. Potato Head Award? And all of us, and I never did, and I was all excited, and I said, no, I didn't. So Warren said, well, you're not going to win one tonight. The next day, he said the same thing to me. Well, I really wanted to win a Mr. Potato Head Award, so I said to him, no, I don't want to win one. And I won't accept it if I win it, which was a lie, of course. And Warren said,
Well, good, because you didn't win it again. But this is much better, and I really enjoy this. I feel very good about it. And feel very thankful to my teammates and the coaching staff. And also, I was one of 52 people that was promised to be drafted by Ernie Banks when we got here the first day. Now, I'm glad that Ernie lied to me. Well, thanks very much.
That ends the 1988 Ultimate Camp. And I want to say that on behalf of Terry Reynolds and Craig Callan and myself and all of the people connected, we hope you had a good time. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed having you here. We hope that someday you'll be able to come back and either be in our fall camp with the Dodgers or again with the Hall of Famers. The good Lord willing, we'll all see you again. The very, very best of luck to everybody. Thank you.
Guy, thank you again.
Okay.
I've got to leave real early tomorrow.
All right,
Thank
good.
you very much.
Always glad to have it.
Is there breakfast in the morning?
Yeah, there'll be breakfast. Yeah.
At that meeting the other day, they talked about possibly changing the format for the Hall of Famers game, whatever. Whether they do or not, it's going to take a lot of study. But if they don't, there's one thing that I didn't like about the game today, and that's with this two-run rule, it was